We are back with the second brewcast. Was supposed to be on a Monday, but you know, life gets in the way of it, so we are filming a few days late. Not that we have a huge following and anybody will really care, but we're here with episode number 2, so I guess we'll kick off into it.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, I guess I should have said that. I mean, should be clear by the screen. So we got Toxic Muse and TheRealTwitch. So definite. One thing we've been kind of going over is just like we want to be able to have like some topics to kind of go over, but we kind of want to. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's kind of up for debate still. We'll just kind of seeing how it goes. But you know, it's 3 different personalities coming in to do one cast. You know, you got different people wanting to do different things, and not like we disagree or we argue about it or anything, but you know, we all got different ideas, so we try to do our best to bring those ideas together and make it into one solid thing that hopefully we can get people to enjoy. I mean, shit, if we make at least one person smile or laugh or be entertained for even 20 minutes, I guess we've kind of done what we set out to do, right?
Or just make ourselves laugh.
Hey,
one of the two.
Down to laugh all the time. So, guess really start this off. If we want to start with maybe, I don't know, you had said you might have found a few topics. If you want to at least start us with a topic, and hopefully we can just slingshot off of those and kind of go around, or we can just, I mean, I'll spend time while we're chit-chatting about our lives and everything and see if I can't, you know, figure out something else to talk about. But you've got some saved up topics. Certainly go off of a topic, or you know, like
well, I got a few things I saw that are worth mentioning. I don't know if anybody else in the World Wide Web or YouTube universe cares, but I know it's stuff we talk about. So, did you see Lightyear Frontier? Have you seen that game yet?
Lightyear
Frontier. It's a game that's coming out. It's by Amplifier Game Invest, publisher Amplifier Game Invest, and it's developed by Framebreak. And they're going to be releasing it on Xbox and the Xbox Series and Steam. Yeah, and it's one of the games that we like to play, which is, you know, a world building, farming, you know, resource management.
Looks like a oh, what's the graphics of My Time at Portia?
Yes.
And then
speaking of, I have something to say about that, but go ahead.
And then it's kind of like a geez, I'm gonna my way into this. No, what's the No Man's Sky?
Kind of like those Sky, yeah.
It's kind of what I'm getting a vibe of as I watch this first 52-second thing.
Yeah, I was going to mention it to you the other day. Yeah, I watched the trailer, and I'm kind of excited for this. I don't recall, because I kind of just screenshot this so I could remember it, but I don't recall, maybe you can see it in front of you, if they have a release date. I don't remember. But I'm kind of excited about that, because as you know, I know you're like me, we both like those kinds of games.
Showing the release date to be announced early access. So it looks like
okay.
You might have already said that, but it's going to be an early access game.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's one thing to segue off of. I mean, it looks like something definitely interesting, definitely up our genre of games we like to try out.
Yeah.
What are your guys' thoughts on early access games? Like, do you think they work? I mean, in general, I mean, obviously some early accesses that people have really bitched and moaned about like, this game's been in early access for 2 fucking years and they still never, you know, end up fixing it. Well, you know,
right.
It's literally says early access. I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I'm the type of person that, you know, always goes for the beta when other people are like, oh, this game is shit, it's not fixed, like you were saying, you know, are they ever going to fix it? I like to give them a chance, because, yeah, there's some of those developers out there that kind of drop the ball and just go, you know, fuck this game, we're never doing anything else with it, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's the ones that are like, no, we're using this to get your feedback so that we can fix this and make it the best game possible. So I don't know, some of the bigger games, you know, they have their problems too. So I like to give, you know, not the underdog, but the gaming developers that are kind of less known, I like to give them a chance, because sometimes some of the best games come out of that.
Well, yeah,
versus, you know, the the higher end ones.
Yeah, and I'm exactly like on par with what you said, and I'm the same way with
Yeah.
movies. You know, I never go see what the critics say or what people say about a movie because there's been
Yeah.
some movies that were rated like very poorly that I've watched, and I'm like, okay, I thought it was, and I mean, it's not a fucking multi-million-dollar blockbuster, but I don't know, I got my hour and 45 minutes of enjoyment out of it. Like, it was
Right.
not the best movie I've ever seen. Definitely one that I'm not
Well,
upset
and I
that I
mean,
watched.
everybody's
And
yeah, and
I've had a
everybody's
lot of games that have
preferences are
been like that.
different.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, like there's some really good games that have come out of stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't have a problem with early access stuff. I think it's really good for the developers, and it also gives you. It's kind of like, a sneak peek. It's like, oh well,
Yeah.
look what we've
Well,
done. What do you
and
think?
I feel like if they use it right in a way it's intended, I think it's intended to let people get into the game and play the game, and not only
Yeah.
find bugs and report it back or whatever, but to people to be like, oh well, the general consensus is they like this or want this or this, and it gives developers a direction to go into the continuing or the furthering of the game.
Well, and I hate when people, and this is just a personal preference, but like, I hate when people automatically just go, "Oh, the game's shit." Okay, hello, you're in an early access or you're in a a early stage beta. Like, what did you expect? There's going to be bugs. That's the whole point of it. If you're not
Hey,
okay
now,
with
hey.
that, then don't play it.
Well, and
That's me. That's me you're
Twitch to a
talking
T.
about.
I know it is.
He plays 30 seconds of a game. He's like, "This game's fucking stupid. I don't want to play."
And I'll be
anymore."
like, Twitch, it's a freaking beta.
And then I'll
I
come
don't
back
care.
like
This game's
2
fucking shit.
weeks later, and I'll be like, "What are you guys doing?" We'll be playing the same game, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, so you got 2 weeks into the game, huh?" No,
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, but that's a Twitch thing.
But that's what I like about Steam reviews, and I know we're kind of segueing off a little bit here, which is kind of
Yeah.
the whole intention of this. But you'll notice once you get up and running, if you do Steam, and when you do Steam, it's cool because you can go in and you can see games, and I like to just generally look through and see reviews because sometimes you will find a good review, and it's not just, oh, this game sucks because the devs don't do anything. Like, they'll actually like go into depth and be like, hey, this is what I like about this game, this is what I don't like. But the cool thing that Steam
Right.
does is when you look at the person who reviewed the game, it shows how many hours they've put into that game. So you could be like, well, you've put 1 hour into it. What the fuck do you know? As to where a review
Right.
down here, the dude's got 280 hours in the game.
Oh wow,
And
I
like,
didn't
all
know
right,
that.
so this guy actually has a little bit, like, he's actually played it, and I would definitely trust his review more than I'm gonna trust 1 hour guy who's just like, oh, I hate this game, it's stupid.
Right. I didn't know they did that. That's kind of cool.
So it'd be the difference between like you giving me a review versus Twitch giving me a review.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, not to like bring it back around again, but you mentioned my time at Porsche, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you or not, but I know I had told Twitch this. They're coming out in 2021 with a sequel to my time at Porsche. Now, I don't know if you played that one, Mental. Did you play that at all? I don't
played
remember if
through a
you.
little bit. I felt like the game would have benefited a lot more for being a multiplayer game.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I had a
I know
little
Twitch
bit.
and I
I had a
both
little
played
bit
it,
of fun with it, but those kind of games, like those building and farming type ones, like I really enjoy like the multiplayer aspect of them. Because
well, you do in general,
it
anyways.
just keeps
So.
it just keeps them more interesting, and I'm definitely one to be more of a party. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, I like my single player games, but usually those are like when I'm playing those ones that are single player, I like to have like a good story, like something to keep me enthralled. And typically they can have an okay story and kind of follow a story, but they don't tend to be like an in-depth, story.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to look right now as we were talking. I can't remember if they said that this one was going to be multiplayer. I did watch some gameplay of it, but it's been a couple weeks, so I can't really remember. But anyhow, it's going to be called My Time at Sandrock. So it's going to be similar, different worlds. Well, not different world, but different setting, a different town. And
hope so.
actually, the gameplay looks really good compared to even the graphics from My Time at Porsche before, which I thought were pretty good.
My time
but
at
yeah.
Sandlot.
My Time at Sandrock, yeah.
I know. I said Sandlot.
Oh, the Sandlot. Oh, I didn't hear that part. But yeah, I'm pretty
girl.
excited about that. We played through that one. I played through it at least twice, so I don't know. I actually liked my time at Porsche.
Definitely the same graphics. No release date. It's on the 2021 wish
list. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I was
If it's got a multiplayer aspect, it says online co-op and LAN co-op in the information.
Yeah.
So
there's that, and then what else was I gonna tell you guys about that I saw that was kind of interesting? Oh, so there's a dev who previously worked on 2 of CD Projekt Red's biggest games, The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077, and this dev has moved on to work at Playground Games to develop combat for the new Fable game. So I thought that was pretty interesting, being that he was part of, CD Projekt Red, and I love me some Fable, well, at least Fable 3 anyways.
well, I'm trying to. I mean, we all played the shit out of Fable. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, we did.
I don't recall the fighting mechanics being all that different. I mean, and don't get me wrong, there was a little bit of in The Witcher. There was a little bit of.
A little bit, yeah. It was a little more involved.
Well, to me personally, this is my personal opinion. It was basically a hack and slash.
Basically,
there
yeah.
was a little bit of like you could use your little powers
potions.
or you could
Yeah.
dodge and shit, but for the most part it was a hack and slash, which kind of reminds me of how Fable was. Basically a hack and slash. So I mean, if they can improve upon the Fable, then I'm all for it. I'm not against it at all. But I mean, it wasn't like it was not like I don't know if you probably never played Mordhau, but have you seen Mordhau where you like actually parry shit?
I've
and
heard of
you
it, but
time your
no, I
attacks,
haven't.
But that's still Witcher and Fable were great games, and I enjoyed tons and tons of countless hours on them.
Oh, we had fun on
that
game.
Speaking of Witcher, though, did I hear that Witcher's coming out with a new DLC?
Yes, I mentioned that. I want to say last time or off of the podcast I told you guys, but yeah,
they said it yesterday when we were offline, or not yesterday, maybe the day before.
So
yeah.
We were talking about it in the podcast, but everybody was tired.
Right.
Instead of making Cyberpunk better, they just try to make a Witcher.
They're the same company, but they have different. They have different. It's the people that work on Witcher aren't necessarily devoting all their time to CD.
And they're not all in the same place either.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, they're not all in the same studios working on. They're across the world sometimes.
But still,
working on
the irony
stuff.
of it is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I completely get where you're coming from.
So yeah, there's that. But yes,
Witcher
they are coming out with a new
get
DLC.
Free DLC inspired by the Netflix show. I'm confused. What are they gonna do? Because last season it was like, unless they do like a precursor DLC where you go into the beginning when you were first meeting Ciri, and because that's what the first one was based on, was like him, like what happened with Ciri and him for them to meet up. So I wonder if that's kind of what they're gonna do.
Did he ever actually meet Ciri at
the very, very end?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, they run into the forest, or she runs into the forest from that house that she goes into, and he's like, he had just got bitten by, I don't remember what they were. They were the ground ghoul things, whatever the fuck they were. And the farmer that picks him up ended up being the husband of the wife that picked her up from the town. And she goes running off into the woods. Well, he gets there. You know how they have their little connection, like their, what do they call that?
Destiny?
No. What's the promise, like, that gifts them the first unborn child?
Oh, Law of Surprise.
Yeah, that little connection through the Law of Surprise or whatever.
Was it called Law of Surprise? Am I saying that right?
I think so.
Law of Surprise. I think I don't know. I'm charting out right now, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called Law of Surprise.
It's only been about a year and a half since they came out.
I know. Stupid COVID. But did you watch the trailer for season 2?
I have not yet.
You need to.
Yeah, see,
watch it, and I also
Surprise explained.
Yeah, I knew I had it right. It's been a minute.
The law dictates that a man saved by another is expected to offer his savior. I guess I probably have to click see the rest.
It's basically when he
Man
comes
saved by
home,
another is
what he
expected to
doesn't know.
offer to his savior a boon whose nature is unknown to one or both
Right.
parties. In most cases, the boon takes the form of a saved man's firstborn child, conceived or
Could be a
born
puppy.
without the faller's.
Yeah. Could be a puppy. Could be, you know, some harvest. No, they said it on the show and in the books. Could just be, you know, a harvest he didn't know about. It could be a puppy that was, you know, showed up at the place or was born. Or it could be, you know, a child.
In this case, it was a crazy little child with powers.
She's the best of the best. Yeah, so I'm excited about Witcher. That's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Uh
Let's move on a little bit away from gaming in this thing that I saw today.
okay.
If I can find it. So it has to do with the Perseid meteor stuff.
Mhm.
And let's see if I can find this shit.
Are you talking about the meteor that we were discussing a little while ago?
Yes, it's supposed to be okay. So I guess this guy's off TikTok and he calls himself the Time Traveler.
Okay.
So Time Traveler from 2714 says Perseid meteor shower will last for 2 weeks, sparking Nozic war. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's Nozic.
Nozic.
What he said is, according to the self-proclaimed time traveler, and this is a dude on TikTok. He's got a ton of followers, I guess.
I bet he does.
One of the meteors will appear to be different from the rest since it is a spacecraft arriving on Earth, kicking off the first Nozic war. Like, I'm talking like War of the Worlds shit.
Oh boy.
And it says last July.
Y'all better get to
he
prepping.
came out with this, but I mean, I don't know. But I had a I had a good little laugh about it. I was like,
I mean,
really?
people have been saying that's gonna happen forever. Maybe not the Nozic War specifically, but you know, well, the aliens are coming, and I don't know. I mean, I think there's life out there. Do I think they all want to kill us and eliminate the human race just because? No. Do I think they want to give us anal probes just to out of pleasure? No. But I think there's other life out there. I just, you know, I don't think they're out to kill the world just because. But yeah.
I'm just curious to see what the fallout of this is gonna be. Like, how many people are like, "Oh my God, it's gonna happen! It's the end of the world!" Like, you know.
Well, all the people at MUFON and fucking any of those crazy tinfoil hat, you know, conspiracy theory people are gonna be like, the aliens are coming.
Yeah.
And if you're into that, that's cool. Believe me, I've been to a MUFON meeting. I understand what goes on.
The
It's just, you
guy
know,
that thought he had to jump off like right at midnight at the year 2000 to sacrifice himself so that the world didn't. I don't know if you ever heard about that, but it was just like, what the fuck?
It's called mental illness, people. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know. We could go into a lot of theories about that. You know,
Like,
I don't know.
So I had a little laugh with that today. I actually screenshot it and sent it to my brother, and he was like, "Oh my God!" He was like, "Oh, there's actually a meteor shower, and it's called this meteor shower." And so I looked into it. Fuck.
Well, again, I think it's arrogant to not consider that there is life outside of Earth. We are not the center of the universe. We are not the only people here.
I'm fine with
Or
that.
I shouldn't say people, species.
You know, I just don't know, and I've never like searched enough into it to have like an educated like scientifically, you know, or you know, any of that stuff. But the fact that this dude is proclaiming he is from 2714 and has traveled back to this year to tell us of this.
You know why he's doing it?
Well, yeah, because he's getting followers.
TikTok followers. I love me some TikTok though. It is highly entertaining.
I don't want.
And no, it's not for the thirst trap shit. It's funny shit that comes up that people do.
She watches firefighter dudes getting.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I watch some of that shit.
Yeah,
but, however,
she's watching dudes show off their fucking washboards.
Fucking TikTok.
No, but people are talented on there. Have you looked at some of the shit that comes up? That's just freaking hilarious.
Usually, my extent of watching TikTok is just what other people send me. It's like, oh, and I'll laugh.
Not me.
Every
When
now
I'm
and then,
bored,
every now and
I'll
then
get
I
on
will
there.
go through and peruse and watch and all right, that was kind of creative. That was kind of funny, but for the most part, I
Dude,
just stay clear of it.
it's worse than like any other addictive website because you'll be like on there and you'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna get on TikTok for a minute, see what's on here while I'm waiting for this commercial or whatever.
3 hours
And then
later,
it's like 5 hours later, yeah, and you're just like, oh shit.
toxic.
I
love.
guess I should
Fuck,
I should
it's
put
1
this
o'clock
down.
in the morning.
It's just, I mean, there's
Anyway,
fandom
wonder.
stuff on there. There's jokes. There's,
Yeah,
I mean, there's just
of,
everything
lots
on
of
there.
dark humor jokes.
Yeah, there's, and I'll just be like, okay, what's next?
I'm
And
completely okay with because I do have a dark sense.
you do.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, not to promote TikTok. TikTok is funny.
Fucking TikTok.
I resisted. I'm not gonna lie. I resisted for a long time getting on TikTok. Just because I don't know, I had heard that, they were hacking people because it wasn't an American-based company or whatever. I don't know what it was I had heard, and I was just like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't do this. So I didn't. And then finally I was like, you know what? I'm bored as shit. I'm gonna download TikTok. And I did. And yeah, TikTok is amazing.
And it was all over from there.
It was. But
fucking TikTokers.
no.
I have found some pretty fucking funny videos. Like, I won't lie.
Well, and again, it's not just meaningless shit. Like people put their art on there, or they, the comedian acts. Or
I obviously
all
the
kind of
algorithm does not show me art shit.
You gotta
Yeah.
be looking
Most
for
of
it, and
the
then
shit
it
I
shows
see
up.
is meaningless shit that I'm like, okay, that was kind of funny, but
No, there's music on there. If you're into any kind of musical groups or whatever, like those are on there. There's books, people that are into book clubs or just talking about their fandoms.
book clubs.
There's
So there's a nerd.
yeah,
section.
there's all kinds of stuff. No, stop it. There's all kinds of stuff on there. And I don't know. A lot of people think, oh, it's just a bunch of naked people, or half naked people just trying to get,
bunch of
views. Well, yeah, those people are on there, but there's also a lot of other stuff. Well, even some of the podcasts that we listen to, or TV shows, or celebrities. I mean, there's a lot of people on there, a lot of different kinds of stuff. You just gotta search for it, and then it'll start showing up on your algorithm.
So you mean I have to put in work to find out what I want?
Kinda.
Nah.
I just like to be surprised. What about you,
Yeah,
Twitter?
well,
You watch fucking
TikTok.
Twitch or TikTok?
No.
TikTok will
I don't-
surprise you.
I don't fucking TikTok.
He doesn't. I've tried
I
to get
didn't
him
say
interested in
you
it.
had to TikTok. I said watch TikTok.
No, fuck no.
No, he doesn't.
See, there we go. The naysayer.
Yep.
I like to watch funny shit in real life.
Real life.
Not edited
AKA
funny shit.
YouTube.
His life.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How's the
That's
weather
funny.
down there in LCA?
It's hot as fuck. I almost got heat stroke today, no lie. I actually have a heat rash on my neck from fucking being out in the goddamn sun. I'm not made for this shit. Lived here my whole life. I am not made for it. But no, the smoke is here. We've had our fires as we do every year. Air quality's not good. So yeah, it's not
Yeah.
great. I'm waiting for fall anxiously.
Right? I've never been such a. It's like 101 degrees out right now here, and it's 7:30 at night.
Yeah, I was doing some stuff for my grandma, and I walked in the house, and they're like, "Sit down," and I was like, "Okay." Like I was really feeling the heat
Yeah.
today.
104
Great.
today, 103 tomorrow, 104 on Friday, or Saturday.
Fucking loving it.
No,
Ugh.
dude, I am a fan of like 70 to 80. And if it's
Yeah.
like a weekend, like where I'm gonna like go do something, like a crisp 90 would be great. But dude, when it gets into
Crisp.
anything after 100,
Ugh.
it's just like miserable. You just fucking sweat.
Mhm. There's no point to it.
I just
God hear us. There's no point to us roasting ourselves silly in the middle of summer. I don't like it.
It just dries you out so quick. Like you have to drink like 10 times your body weight just to stay hydrated. And even then, you gotta fucking make sure you're not just pounding just water because you can overhydrate yourself or wash all
It's
or
true.
drain all of your nutrients out of your body and then go down.
Dude, my mom
fucking-
did that. No joke. She ended up in the hospital.
Yeah,
It
no,
happens.
it happens. People think that they're doing the right thing by hydrating, but they're not eating anything else, getting any electrolytes, and they fucking wash all the fluids out of their, all the shit out of the nutrients out of their body, and they're down.
Okay, sorry. My asshole cat was being an asshole. All right.
Well, it is a cat. Just assholes by
But yeah,
nature.
no, it's dangerous. Gotta be careful. Hydrate, but not too much. I think what she ended up doing was washing away a lot of the necessary salts that she needed in her system, because, you know, you do need salt in your system. Can't have no salt.
Cool.
And, well, she had cut salt out of her diet as well. But anyways, long story short, she ended up in the hospital because she washed away too much of that stuff. And that's not good.
All I
But,
know,
yeah,
triple digits at the lake this weekend.
whatever.
The lake.
The
You're gonna
lake.
fucking fry you all the time.
Yep.
Actually, it hasn't been bad this year.
Well, if it's gonna be 104, you might want to be careful.
Yeah, it
What-
was 100
Not good.
degrees up there though the last time we went up there, or the first time.
Yeah.
Boy, I prefer to go to work, deal with stupid people and the heat, and then go home and relax in the nice fucking air conditioned confines of my home.
You know what's better than that? Not dealing with anybody and just staying home.
Well,
In the
yeah,
first
but I
place.
can't afford to condition my home if I'm not working.
That's true. That is true.
Great power comes great responsibility.
Oh my
God.
god.
Calm down. Oh man.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for fall. I think I was made for a mild. How would I put this?
We didn't
A
even have
coastal that's
spring
not
this
too
year.
coastal, not too cold.
We went from fucking winter to fucking straight summer this year.
Yeah.
Like all these fires like came out like a month early. Like usually August tends to be our fire season. Like
Yeah,
nope.
you'll get a couple though, but not.
Yeah, but being in like straight lockdown in July was like fuck.
Yeah.
Like all of the big areas around here that have land, like the Potlatch and Forest Service, they've all shut down all the land. Like you can't even really go camping right
3, 2, 1.
now. I'm
What you
so
got
glad
for
I just
me?
caught that. All right, so what were we talking about? The lake. Somebody's drinking water.
Yes.
I fucking hear it.
It's not me. You know that's not me.
Which is fine.
Fucking
I,
chugging
that,
it.
that don't bug me. Chewing that kills me. I can't.
Oh, I
I
know.
can't do it.
Does that bug anybody else out there? Like, oh, we hate that so much. It's like, did your mama not teach you to chew with your mother freaking mouth closed?
Just
Close your mouth when you're chewing. You're not
See,
a cow.
mine
Close your
goes-
mouth.
Mine goes as far as to like bug me when even people are like have their mouth closed but they're just chewing so loud, like it just sounds like a horse.
It's called smacking.
No.
Oh
The
my God, that
smacking's
shit
one
bugs.
thing. I hate that, but I just can't stand
do.
the sound of chewing. Like it just goes.
I know, that's so weird. I think
Like,
that's an
even-
actual like thing that people have.
Probably is, but that's my only thing. That's like my only tick. Like that really just I'm like okay. I can keep my composure and not freak out and be a fucking Karen about it.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
just like sit there and I'll just like God, can I please get away from this. Like I can just hear them chewing. It's like it's just I can't do it. I don't like it. But I mean it is what it is. Like I don't know.
I just think it's rude. That's all. It doesn't. The sound doesn't
the
like
smacking
necessarily
thing,
bother
that's one
me.
thing. I will bring up the smacking. Like, close your fucking mouth. Like, come on. But it's
Yeah,
like even
it's like
people
breathe
who,
through your
have,
nose. You can
well,
do
even
that
when
while you're
people have their
chewing.
mouth closed and I can
See,
just hear them
breathe through your
chewing,
nose. Yeah.
then I won't say anything. But it's still just like I'm like, oh my god, please, somebody
Oh,
fucking shoot me.
I don't get it. It's like, did you guys not have table manners? Like somebody, I don't. Maybe not your mom. Maybe you didn't have a mom. Okay, I'm just using that as a general
Whoa,
term.
Jesus.
But
Way to go
well, no, I
dark
mean,
there,
there's
real
people
quick.
out there. No, I'm just
There
saying.
are people
you
out there
know,
that don't have moms. I had no idea.
Yeah. Whoever was the influential adult in your life, did they not teach you, any manners? Like, or it's just so rude. I don't get it. Like, you don't gotta be prissy about your manners, but have some respect for those around you. Close your mouth. Don't smack. Use a napkin. I don't know. That kind of stuff bugs.
Hmm.
We know a few people that don't, so as you know.
Yeah. And it's like always 10 times worse when you're in a fucking party chat.
Yeah, I know. It's like I always try to move my mic away if
Ugh.
I'm gonna eat or drink something or do something like that, or at least mute myself, if it's gonna get really bad. But these certain people that we know, they don't do that.
With no regard for others.
No regard at all.
Fucking
Just
ears.
full on.
Like, I didn't buy a $200 fucking microphone or headset to hear you chew into it. Okay, I bought a $200 headset to hear how much of a slut my mom is from a 12-year-old. That's why I bought a $200 headset.
Right. I just want to hear when you're walking up behind me so that I can knife you. Like it's not
So she
about
can
wanting to
bend
hear
over
you
and
chew.
fix it.
No, in the games, you silly. They don't.
Oh, sorry. Oops.
Yeah, well, my neighbor. Yeah, sometimes I want to do that.
Okay, weird segue.
Not really, JK, just annoying people.
So, have you... Okay, kind of segueing back to gaming.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys don't really look at the Steam stuff much, being Xbox players, until Toxic gets her
You'd be surprised.
computer set.
I watch a lot of
So,
stuff.
Steam has came out with this new thing called the Steam Deck.
I heard of it. I
And it's
was
supposed to be
listening to
coming out.
another
It's like a
YouTuber.
little handheld, and it looks pretty legit. Like you're gonna be able to stream and download all of your games from Steam onto it. Be able to play.
Yeah.
Like from what I'm looking at here. God, it'll be so much nicer when you guys get Discord. We can have a Discord chat up, so we can like send people.
I
each
do
other
have
shit.
Discord, but we got to get it all coordinated.
We could totally get into it. Like, hey, this is what I'm talking about, or we can behind the scenes like suggest things that it like. Anyways, so it's got Control Ultimate Edition on it. It's got
Mhm.
Doom, the new Doom on it, like on the screen. So I'm assuming it'll be able to play all those. Now, granted,
I would
don't
imagine,
think
yeah.
it's gonna play Xbox or PC level freaking graphics, but as far
Well,
as
especially first coming out, there's going to be some snags and some hitches and some problems, bugs, whatever you want to call them. I would imagine, being that it's a new thing. So I don't know. I would say let's hold our breath and see what happens. And
Is he gone again?
yes, I think so.
Oh no.
I'm here.
Not? Okay.
Oh.
We thought we lost you again.
Sorry, I had to take a quick siesta. Not really, but I'm back. So, anyways, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I did not mean to leave mid cast, but sometimes life has things going on. So, anyways,
Live.
I don't know. I think it will be. I think it's kind of interesting. It's expensive.
I bet.
It's
I mean-
fucking expensive. Like for the 512 gigabyte one, it's $700.
And people will pay for it.
Jesus
The ones that are really
Christ.
interested in
When
it.
the
I mean,
cheapest is only 64 gigs, which to me is crazy. Like buying anything 64 gigs now that's gaming related is absolutely stupid because that's what 2 games maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
Unless you're
depending on the game, that's only
Well,
one
yeah.
game.
Well, that's not even. Yeah, you can't even put Ark or Call of Duty on that thing.
I was gonna say COD. Yeah, you can't
Nah.
even do that. Not nowadays.
But no, granted, that's just the internal. I'm sure they'll have options
An external available, sure.
for or, you know, not SID cards, but SIM cards, not SIM
SIM
cards.
cards, yeah. No, that's not right either. Yeah, I know what you mean.
The storage cards.
Orange card.
having a brain lapse, but yeah, I don't know. It's expected to come out in 2022, so I mean, prices might differ by then. Whatever, you know, that's just what they've got out right now.
Interesting. Yeah, I had heard another
It
person.
says right here, your Steam
their video
library
mention it.
anywhere. Once you've logged into Steam Deck, your entire Steam library shows up, just like any other PC. You'll be able to find your collections and favorites exactly where you left them. So I don't know. I just don't know. And it's coming out with a dock too, so you can plug it in and hook it up to your monitor or your TV.
When is the projected release date?
2022. It's got a ways.
Okay. Well, that's something to keep an eye out for and see how that goes.
Yeah. So I mean,
Especially
I was
PC
kind
gamer.
of like looking around and it was popping up on the bottom of my store stuff. So I just figured it'd be something I'd bring up real quick, just in case you guys hadn't seen it.
I like I said, I was watching a video of somebody else just doing some gameplay of a game they were playing, and they did make mention of it. But you know, half the time I don't really pay attention to most of that stuff because, you know, I don't play on PC too much. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something to look out for. Huh. Interesting. Did you see about the night mode that they're supposed to be coming out? Or the night mode? Or I want to say it's the next gen console for Xbox and.
Is it like just a dark?
It's filters, yeah. So like blue filters, darker screen, so it's not so bright for your eyes.
Change like the projection from your TV. Like when you said dark mode, I was thinking of like how YouTube has and Twitch has, and like a lot of those, like even
the background.
Yeah, how it just changes it to like darker colors, so that
this is actual save your eyes because you're gaming your eyeballs out until 5 in the morning, you know, kind of thing.
That's why I bought the glasses. I was getting.
Me too.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't really noticed saving me. I don't know. My eyes straining to stare at a screen versus like the actual blue, whatever, affecting me. But then again, who knows? Maybe the glasses I got are just not the.
Well, do you remember the ones I started out with way back in the day, like, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, when I was, those no-scopes that I got? Yesterday. Those were uncomfortable to wear. But the ones that I'm wearing now are actually prescription. And I had my optometrist, the guy that was working in the actual glasses part, where you go and pick out your frames and all that stuff, big company. So I go down there and we got to talking, and we were talking about what I use my glasses for, you know, what do I do, why do I need to see so well, blah blah blah. And I was telling him that, you know,
well, so you
why do I need to see so well?
Die.
And he's like, hey, I used to work for Gunner. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I used to work for them. He goes, I know exactly what you need. Here, I'm gonna hook you up. And I was like, what? So he put yellow and blue tint filters on my prescription glasses. So I've got basically Gunners for over half the price of what I would have paid for an actual pair of real gaming glasses. So yeah, I'm kind of sad though. I need to go get my prescription updated. I need to go and get my records because they want to redo. I want to redo the filters, the same ones, and it's not the same doctor that I'm going to. And I have to have the actual prescription for them to be able to do it. I'm like, you guys can't swing this shit. I mean, come on, you guys are you're eye people.
Just wing it.
Like, it's just a filter. Like, I know you know.
Like look into my eyes and guess what I'm gonna be.
Well, it's not the prescription part that they need. They just need the filter, right? Well, hello, how many blue and yellow filters do you have out there? Like, just throw some shit on there, look at it, and go, yeah.
She's like, give me the strongest ones, and she puts them on. She's like, I can't see.
But going back to what you were saying,
she's literally
you
looking at her video games like it's fucking black and white.
No, I don't. I do notice the yellow.
Filters everything out.
The yellow is there, and people do notice when I'm wearing them. They do see a bit of a yellow tint. The blue, I don't notice as much, but when I take them off is when I go, oh, the yellow's gone.
Well, see, what I can see is, so like, I've got these white LED lights around. When I look at them through my glasses, they're white, completely white. But if I turn them around and I reflect off, I can see blue
Yeah.
reflecting, which means they are deflecting blue light from my
Right.
eyes. But it's just like when I put them on and I look at blues on the screen, it doesn't make a difference. But I guess you wouldn't
Yeah.
really see that because it's probably not the blues that you're seeing is like the pigment on the screen, which you're not seeing
Right.
as a pigment, actual light projecting in. But I don't think it's messing with the color of that. It's just taking that harmful blue
And diverting
tint
it, yeah.
out
away from-
or whatever. So I mean, as I look at them, I've actually never done this until just now because we were literally talking about them and I was looking at them. If I look through them like I'm supposed to, I cannot see
Right.
the blue white light. But if I turn them around, and not look through them, if I look at
Right.
that's being reflected back. So I don't know. I guess they work. I just haven't. I don't know. I don't
See,
I can't
I wear them
with a
constantly.
headset.
So.
Well, see, I can't wear them with a
Yeah.
headset because if I wear them with a headset, then the headset pushes into the side of my head, and then I get like temporal.
It's the frames.
Like, yeah, I get like
I know what you're talking
temporal.
about.
Now, if I'm wearing like my ear pods and I put them on,
Mm.
you know, I don't.
That's
notice
different.
it. But I tend to wear my headset more just because it lasts longer. Those little AirPods, I mean, they're great, but when you're
Trying to
Bluetoothing
hear.
them in,
for real.
well, no, when you're Bluetoothing them in, they don't. I mean, you get about an hour before they need to recharge.
Oh, yeah, I got you. I don't know. Because mine are prescription. Well, going back to what you said about them not being comfortable. First, let me say this: I do wear the ones with the filters most of the time because they are prescription, and I do a lot of crafts, up close work. I do a lot of TV watching, a lot of gaming.
Their side gig
So,
is making dildos.
It is. Shh, don't tell people. Not ready to put that out there yet. But
Well, I mean,
so having worn them all the time, like I do notice a difference because my eyes don't get as tired as much. But going back to the no scopes, let me just tell you something about that. The no scopes that I got were almost like a wraparound, sort of. And the point is that they were supposed to keep your eyes from drying out. You're staring at the screen and you're not blinking as much, right? But what I found, yeah, well, like, yeah, the sides
has
had
that got
like covers.
any
Not
correlation with a
old-fashioned,
reach
just-
around?
I'm gonna find them and send you a damn picture. You remember when I first
Please
got them?
don't
I
send
don't
me
know.
any pictures of wraparound.
I'm going to.
It sounds like something you
No.
find on Pornhub.
I feel
But
like
they
I'm
tended to make my
horrified.
eyes sweat because,
Oh my
like, my
God.
eyelids and stuff, because they were so like enclosed. And yeah, my eyes didn't dry out as much because they were fucking sweating. So, and then the
You're
frames
fucking
just were
sweaty
not.
right now. Talking about your fucking Pornhub,
I am.
your wraparounds, and your fucking no scopes.
But what I was trying to say, the main thing I was trying to say is it does make a difference with the headset because the ones I wear now, the ones that I want to get my new prescription in, the headset doesn't bother me at all. But my other prescription ones, I cannot wear with the headset at all because it does poke into my freaking the back of my ear area.
Yeah,
On my
see,
head.
mine always like it like puts the main pressure right there, but it seems to like actually have like the where I notice the pressure is on the temporal, and it's just enough to kind of give you
Yeah.
that migraine.
Yep. And you'll
So
get an
it's just
indent
like-
there if you keep wearing them for too long.
Well, see, mine aren't prescription. Mine were literally I bought mine literally just for gaming purposes. I keep like I'm starting to get headaches and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and you know I started looking into it, and the blue light people were saying, yeah, it causes a lot of eye strain and it can cause headaches. And I was like,
does.
fuck it, and they were like, these were like $50, like that's worth a shot.
Yeah.
But then I ran into the problem of, well, now it's causing me temporal headaches because it's putting pressure on the side of my head, and so then
So lose.
yeah.
Pick
I
your
mean,
pick. Which
unless
one?
Unless I'm using my, well, if I'm just playing a game by myself and nobody else is on, I'll throw them on just because it's like, well, they don't hurt now. They're fine as far as the frames go by themselves. It's just
Sure.
they're somewhat bulky, and so when there's a headset over them, they've got a lot of bulk to really put pressure onto the side of my head. So as
Yeah.
far as streaming
That's why-
or doing this, I
Mm-hmm.
don't really use them.
Yeah, well, that's why I was so excited that I met that guy, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll hook you up," because it was the
Use it.
frames that are comfortable, you know what I mean? And I was like, "All right, dude, hook me up," you know.
Yeah.
And he did, and I'm just like, I don't want to get rid
You
of
sound
him
like you
because
ran
like,
into a drug dealer on the street. Like
I
"Really
feel
good,
like I
ran into
did.
that guy."
I
He's
feel like it
"Hey,
was
I'll
like
hook
some
you up,
shady
homie."
shit he was pulling
like,
up in the
opens
eyeglass
his,
place.
opens his trench coat and he's got like sets of glasses in there. He's like, "What do you want?" Like,
It was kind of like that. That was kind of the feeling because he was
He's
like
like-
whispering it like he wasn't supposed to do it.
he's like,
He's
"Just
like, "I'm
put the
gonna hook
money,
you
just
up."
put the money on the ground and leave." Take your glasses and go. You never saw me here, you know? Sounds like some shady fucking deal on the side of the street.
It was like car salesman status, you know. He's like, I'm not supposed to do this, and we can't tell nobody, but like,
Oh,
I'm gonna.
go for it.
At least they didn't take you to the back room.
Fuck no.
Jesus, what the hell do you do at your eye doctor?
Right? We don't go in the back room. I don't know about you, but
Hey, Twitch.
I don't know. When they dilate your
Come
eyes,
with
I may
me.
be in a back room. I'm not sure.
You're
Joking.
fully functioning seeing when you start, right? Like, you would know if you went in there.
Well, just follow me. The eye tester's in here. But first, let me dilate your eyes.
Actually, this test is better performed in my house. Here, drink this. This is the Bill Cosby eye test.
Well, speaking of that, have you guys
Oh
seen
Jesus!
this is something random in regards to like roofing somebody's drink. Have you guys seen
Oh
those
my
new little
God.
condoms they have for the cups now? For like when you go to parties and like clubs and stuff. It's like a
You
little
put a little
wristband that
cup
has a
condom
bag
over it?
attached to it. Yeah, and inside there's like this stretchy like I don't want to say it's nylon, that's not the right spandex, I guess maybe? Like a stretchy spandex like condom thing that you put over the top of
How
your
about
drink.
you just don't get so fucking inebriated and
Right?
annihilated
That's
that
what I
you
was
fucking leave
thinking.
your drink in an open bar? Like, just hold your fucking drink like a normal person. I mean, I've been into
Right?
bars. I hold my drink. I don't set it down. I mean, there
No.
might be times where I set it at our table or something and whatnot, but for the most part, I carry my drink with me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to.
Okay, but you're not a girl neither. Girls are the ones that tend
Well,
to
and
get
I'm
roofied,
not.
not guys.
I'm not trying. Well, I don't know. Do something about
Yeah,
my
there's.
town.
Yeah, I've heard some shady stories.
But I mean, and I'm not trying to like say that I'm enabling, like, oh, you know, like it's this person's
No,
fault
it's not
because they
funny at all.
got.
That's not
No,
okay. No.
I'm just, I don't know. I just think it could be more avoided by people not getting so smashed, because that's what people prey on. They prey on
Right.
the drunkest fucking person. 'Cause like, oh, this is nobody's watching, bow, and then people
Yeah.
prey on the weak.
Yeah, no, I just even all my days of going to the clubs and stuff, like I know it was a little bit different times and shut up, it wasn't that long ago. But
They have
like
clubs in the bedrock.
I if I was gonna I didn't leave my drink. Like I'm drinking that bitch. I'm not leaving it on the table, right? And then
Yeah.
if I was off dancing, I made sure that I left my drink with people I trusted. And then the third rule is, like you said,
I know.
don't get so shit faced that you got to be carried out or you black out and you can't remember where the fuck your drink went or who did
have
what to
better
what.
fucking friends. Like, the only time you should be
Or
getting
have
so
better
blackout
friends, yeah.
drunk that you need to carry it out of the bar is like on a birthday when people are buying you everything.
And if
But
you're
then
going
again,
to the bar by yourself as a female, something's fucking wrong with you. So, like,
You probably deserve to get rude. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh
Oh,
my
no.
I'm
God!
joking.
You
I'm
guys are
joking.
evil.
I'm joking.
I don't know.
But
It's
you've
just, it
you've
was
got
weird.
deeper lying issues if you're going to
Yeah.
the bar by yourself. Now, granted,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you deserve to get roofied. Nobody deserves to get fucking roofied. I'm just saying, you're going to the bar by yourself as even a man. Like, it's just like
Sure.
if you just go to the bar and you're like, well, maybe I'll find somebody there. Like, you've
Well, I'm not
probably-
judging. Everybody has their own thing, but I'm just saying, in general, you know, strength in numbers. Like, you don't just go out and
strength in
it's
numbers.
just it's just unwise. Okay,
I
it's
bet
unwise
that's what Bill
for a
Cosby
girl.
and his clan said too. Strength in numbers.
Oh
We'd
my
get 10
God.
times.
Oh my god. Look, I like pudding pops. Damn you.
Oh Jesus! Wooden back.
Oh God.
I can't even impersonate him.
I don't know. Yeah.
Anyways, wow, we stayed on that subject far longer than I wanted.
We did. I was just simply mentioning about the fucking cup condoms. You guys just went off. So.
Cup condom.
Oh,
Yeah, how did we even
cup
segue to that
condom.
one? Cup condom.
I don't even know.
Fucking cup condom.
Did you ever see the
What were we-
anti-rape, the female anti-rape condoms? It was
The
like
ones
a
with the barbs?
Yeah, it's like a diaphragm
Yeah.
that they put. And
Yeah.
It's like yeah.
Well, they
Holy
use
shit.
those over in like
Third world
Africa
countries
and stuff.
right?
Yeah, where there's a lot of like.
I remember seeing
you know,
those,
the
and
ra-
it was kind of like that's fucking. I mean, it's still going to be traumatizing to get to that point, but it's at
Sure.
least somewhat justice once
It is
it
justice.
gets
Rip
to
that
that
fucking
point,
shit
and,
off.
and it fucking just like digs in. Like,
Yeah, no consent, you get what you get, dude.
I mean,
That's-
it's still traumatizing up to that point, but at least it's something. Kind of like stop
Yeah.
the continual progression of it.
Well, and I'm sorry, if you're that hard up that you gotta rape a woman in order to get sex, there's something fucking wrong with you in the first
Well,
place.
yeah, you said it earlier in the
So,
podcast. Mental illness.
yeah. So, that's why I say you get what you get. You know what? You
Well,
poke
we're
it.
gonna have to title
Well,
this
it
one
may bleed when
"Not
it comes
a
out.
PG podcast."
It is not a PG podcast.
Can we talk about happy thoughts?
Yeah, should we segue back into video games for the last like 20 minutes?
Hey, so.
All right. On that.
Okay, so I have this
Okay.
story for you guys.
Story time.
Story time.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
I don't have all the facts down, okay? I've heard about this story. I did look into it a little bit. I was
Oh, so
listening
this
to.
isn't like a personal story.
No, this is not. I don't know anything
Okay.
about meth.
Well,
What the
I
fuck
didn't know if
talking
like
about?
we were just talking about bars and stuff, and I didn't know if maybe like we're at like a party and like ran into.
Oh
this.
no.
You know,
No.
we
This
we
is
kind of
not.
had a little, just for anybody who may listen. We had a little talk prior to starting this story, and all we heard was, "You want to hear the meth story?" So here we are. All right,
Yeah,
continue.
the meth story. Okay, so I've got this from another podcast that was talking about it, and it piqued my interest, and then so I was like, I gotta look this guy up. So apparently there was this Finnish soldier, okay, and I want to say World War II time period. I want to say if I got my facts right. And so he's out there with his troop, right? And they're trying to get past the Russians, okay? And they're tired. It's snowing. It's 5 below 0, from what I remember they said. Super, super duper cold. These guys are really tired, but they have to get past the Russians to get over to where their German allies are at, right? And escape. Well, the one guy is like just out of steam. He's just like, I can't. Then it hits him. Hey, guess what? I got these magic pills in my hand. I'm in charge of all the meth pills for the
Meth
whole
pills?
troop. Meth pills.
Okay,
So, yeah, okay.
real
what?
quick. I did you kind of bring this up the other night?
I did. I was
Okay.
no, not
okay.
on the podcast, but I was talking.
No, I
to
know,
you
but
about it the other night.
offline, like when we were talking,
Yeah.
because I want to say I've heard this too. What? Now I won't have you name drop podcast, but
No, I'll tell you later what it was.
okay. Anyways, continue. Sorry, I was just like,
okay.
Brain epiphany. Ha.
I've actually heard it on a couple podcasts, so it's not just one. But anyhow, but it just, like I said, it really piqued my interest, so I went to go look it up. So he's trying to get to the German allies, and he's just running out of steam. And he's like, "Hey, guess what? I've got these magic pills, and you're supposed to get one per day. Okay, one per soldier per day to give you energy to continue fucking skiing through this below 50 weather, right?" But he loses sight of his troop because he's run out of energy, and he's trying to catch up to them. But he just, like, they've been out there for hours and days, and they're just tired. And he's like, he's got his mittens on, right, and his hands are starting to get so cold he can't open the bottle. And he finally gets it open, but they all fall out into his mitten. And he's like, fuck. And so he's like, well, I don't have time. They're hot on my ass. They're shooting me. Fuck it. So he just takes all the pills, all of them, for the whole entire troop, which turns out to be 30 grams of meth. So he takes it, and he is cracked the fuck out. And he is got so much energy, he feels so much better, and he is just like skiing his damn little legs off. He catches up, not to his troop yet, but he catches up to where he's trying to go to, and he meets up with what he thought were the Germans, but it turns out it's a Russian camp. He's going so motherfucking fast because he's cracked out that the Russians don't even know what the fuck hit him. They're like, what's happening? What? Somebody's in our camp? What's going on? He is trying like hell to get through there. He whizzes on through. They're shooting at him. He gets away, and he finally gets to where the Germans are at, right? And he collapses. And they look at his eyes, and they're like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And they take away his his gun and stuff because he's just like wigging out. They take it all away from him. It turns out that his heartbeat was so fast and his eyes were so bugged out. They said that his heartbeat was going 150 miles an hour, I think is what they said. 150 beats, not miles, beats per hour. So like hummingbird status. Like this guy technically should have fucking died.
Okay.
Because he was so methed out.
Real quick, not to cut you off again.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we brought this up on the last podcast because remember I was telling you that I took the 13 grams off the street the other day?
I don't think you mentioned it on the podcast. We were talking about
Was
it
it
before.
offline?
But yeah, yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're not double. But
No, because you kept telling me, well, we got to do that on the
Oh,
podcast.
that's right.
You
I
got
was
to
like,
tell
hey,
this
don't
story.
talk about it because that'd be good for
Yeah,
you. Okay, I got.
But I
you.
have
got
to tell this story because I am just in amazement of this dude. So you would think, okay, 30 grams of meth, right? This guy should have some kind of physical side effects, right? He should have brain damage or at the very least heart stress, heart damage, or death because he's fucking wigged out. This guy ends up making a full recovery, and I want to say, don't quote me on this one, but I know he lived to a good long age. But I want to say he lived to be like 97 or something. Like he had no physical side effects from this when anybody else in the world would have had death or, like we said, some kind of.
Probably should have looked that up.
Like
I just typed
I
into
don't
Google,
know.
what would 30 grams of meth do to you? And it's like, how much life would you get in prison?
So if you guys have not heard about this guy, I don't know his name, but if you put in Finnish soldier, 30 grams of meth, just put that in. It'll come up on
Don't forget
Google.
the 30 grams of meth, or you might get some weird porn links.
You might.
Finnish soldier.
Not Finnish, Finnish.
I know.
Now I can't say it,
No,
damn
but it
you.
all sounds the same. So when you were talking about that, it reminded me of another thing, and I just found out it was debunked. Like, I saw it and I never looked into it. I was just like, okay, I would actually believe that shit. But it's a fake news thing that came out, but it was supposedly a homeless couple found living up in top of Walmart.
In top of Walmart.
Yeah, for like over 2 years, and they were like going down when because this was one of the 12-hour or however long Walmarts that would close every night.
Before, right? Yeah.
And so the story is one day an employee saw like an extension cord running up to like the little attic area, and it's like some old storage that they never used in this Walmart anymore, some shit. And it was in Tennessee, so it's completely believable. Like Tennessee and Florida, I feel like those two have got some pretty. Florida,
risky
definitely.
shit.
The shit you see out of Florida, I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But anyways, and so I just kind of was like, no, nothing, not a huge deal. But I was actually, while you were talking about that, I was thinking about it, and I was like, okay, that'd be kind of funny to bring that up. Well, I found out it's fake, but it's still kind of a funny story. Like, apparently,
I was gonna say,
living up there and cooking meth upstairs for like 2 years, and they'd go down and grab like a 60-inch TV and take it upstairs, and they were like living in luxury, and they're
just wigged out up there,
just fucking wigged out, and like the 2 fucking meth photos they used just make it look hilarious. Why wish we had a Discord up right now because I could post like a picture in there, but.
Right. Yeah, we'll have to do that. We'll have to get that set up.
I'm kind of sad that it was fake, because that's hilarious.
Well, I mean, people at Walmart, it just kind of get. Having worked at Walmart for 5 years in my younger days, that's generally not gonna happen. I would kind of question that. However, as you said, Florida and Tennessee and those back east countries, which I have lived in, not hating on any Southern people, much love, but
y'all are crazy.
Yeah, shit could go down. I could understand how that could happen.
So. Another thing I was doing while you were telling that story as I was listening was looking into that, and I guess that was a big use during World War II.
Yes,
like
it was
obviously
used
Hitler
for energy
used
medicinal purposes.
Yeah, they called it
what, meth?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the speed.
It was called
that's
speed.
Yeah, that's when meth started.
I know.
But the Japanese were so fucking crazy.
And then
no offense, but.
U.S. General Dwight Eisenhower, who would later become president, ordered at least 500,000 tablets for Americans fighting in North Africa.
Wow, that's crazy, right?
Which,
yeah,
I mean, I could see it.
30
like,
grams?
it's a crazy drug, and I hope nobody ever gets addicted to it because it tears your life apart. But
yeah,
the reasons, I mean, without it being that tested, just seeing the effects of it, I could see why they would want to use it for the troops. I mean, yeah, it keeps them up, gives them superhuman strength, and makes them aggressive and impervious to pain. It dulls all your senses, so it makes
your senses,
like you.
Well, they do give that
pain.
Shit to fighter pilots,
No, they give Adderall to fighter pilots.
Is it just Adderall? I thought it was.
Yeah. There's another thing. No, they don't give them. They don't give them fucking. They give them. It's a prescription drug that they give to them. I can't remember what it. I know Adderall, I believe, was one of them. And then I think there's another one. And even then, they go through the proper channels with that, and it's regulated. It's not like
I know.
Hey,
I was just saying.
take this meth and light up, like
Hey, man, I got
before
this
you go
for
on
you.
your
Wh-
before
why
you go
don't
on
you
your
take it?
40, you know, like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about Coca-Cola. I love Diet Coke. That is like,
Yeah, they
oh,
used
I
to
have
do.
to watch taking Diet Coke.
Have you
But
ever
they used
looked?
to prescribe that. It was in the Coke.
Yeah, well, have you ever looked at the old like old freaking doctor ads and stuff? They used to give
Yeah, it
fucking
was
cocaine
prescribed.
out.
For babies even, believe that shit or not.
Yeah, like that was like your cough medicine. It was like here.
It was a stimulant in their eyes, so, yeah,
Well,
that's
it is a
crazy.
stimulant, though.
Look
Yeah,
at
I know,
right here.
but I mean, like,
Cocaine
But-
for
toothache
babies,
drops.
like, come on.
Yeah. We wonder why we call it the greatest generation.
No shit, Rick.
You know what's funny is they didn't call them pharmacists back then. For sale by all druggists. That is a way cooler name.
Druggists.
We need to go back to druggists.
Well, at least it wasn't apothecary. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
this
even
one
older.
literally, this one I'm looking at. I don't know how true it is. It's literally just a Google search. So if I'm completely wrong, don't fucking light me up in the comments. Okay, I'm not saying this is factual, but it literally says cocaine toothache drops.
Yeah. Oh no, they did. It was used for a lot of things. Like I said, I just keep going back to the baby thing and the children. That shit floors me, man. Here, I mean, I know we put whiskey in kids' bottles and stuff for their toothaches when they were little, and
The new
stuff
the new
like
cure
that.
for drunks. Tell them to drink more, then hand
Not
them
toothaches,
Boggs
but
Tawny
gummies.
Port.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Tawny cocaine port.
Jesus.
That's crazy. So everybody was just all cracked out all the
The
time.
cure works like
It's
magic,
crazy.
consisting almost entirely of cocaine syrup and wheat grapes.
Wow. So you get fucked up two ways.
So
Oh
we're gonna
my
Nice.
we're gonna cure you of your alcoholism by making you a fucking raging Tony Montana from Scarface.
Oh man.
Oh,
That's so
what it would
crazy.
be like to
Oh.
live back in the day.
I know. I always knew I
Oh.
belonged back then.
So Twitchell, Shorzy?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
He's
meant to
got his
tell
own
you.
Kenny.
They're making his own show.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, if any of our viewers have not watched Letterkenny, you're wrong. So go do it. Letterkenny is an amazing show. If you can get access to that, I think it's on Hulu. I think there's even some YouTube videos from when they first started it out before
Yeah,
their show
it's
got big.
on Hulu.
Check it out. Letterkenny is amazingly funny. But yeah, Shorzy was on this like stupid B-rated zombie movie I was watching the other day. It was amazing. And the reason I'm mentioning it is because of what we were talking about being cracked out. They said that he had been up for, what did they say? More than 48 hours. I don't remember, but he was cracked the fuck out in this show. And I was like, what? And he was just sniffing and I don't know. And he's like, man. And he's like, what? He just looks up and he's just all cracked out. Oh, amazing. I was like, hey, it's Shorzy.
All right, well, if we're done promoting Canadian TV shows,
Well, I don't know. I mean,
it's funny. I don't know. It seems, in my personal opinion, you wade through a lot of pointless stuff just to get that 5 minutes of comedy. But
that's
I
the
mean,
point. It's
I
amazing.
know, but it was like
You're wrong.
to me, like The Office, like the American Office, was like you were laughing more than you weren't. As toward Letterkenny, I find myself laughing hard at certain points, but it's like
Mhm.
for the most part, I'm just like, oh my god, this is way over. Like that crazy lady that owns the bar. I don't remember
She's
her name.
amazing.
No, she's always like
Modine.
she always
Oh.
seems like she's just drugged out of her mind and just like passively
Horny as
horny
fuck all the
shit.
time.
Yeah.
She's
Not even
amazing.
passively, like she is like.
Mm.
I could give you this beer, I could go back and suck you sideways. Like, it's just like, oh my god. Like,
That's what's so
I
amazing
know,
about it.
but it's just like, fuck. Like,
So funny.
it's funny in like 1 or 2 episodes, but it's like every episode. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being an asshole about it.
You are. You're just being an
Yeah,
asshole.
you're being an
Letterkenny is
asshole.
being
amazing.
a hater. Being a hater.
You are being in there. Best fucking show ever.
Don't listen to him. Everyone go watch
I'm not
Letterkenny.
saying it's horrible.
It's funny.
I just lost interest in it after a couple seasons.
I
That
think
was
we
just
pretty
me, though.
much watched all of them.
But then again, I am the same person who was fucking highly addicted to Archer. You know, that the fucking cartoon spy
Highly
show.
well-
But that was funnier than shit to me.
Yeah, fucking Archer's the greatest.
Yeah, see, and like that show, I mean, I was completely addicted to Archer. I loved Archer, and I still watch Archer.
No.
buying the new seasons as they come out, and I just finished the newest season. And actually, I need to check on that once I'm done here and see. I think all the episodes have came out for this season, but I don't know because I just buy the season pass at the beginning and fucking go from there.
What season are they on? 11 or 12?
Check. uh. Purchase. Season 11. Yeah, there's only 8 episodes in that season, and I watched them all.
I have only seen maybe one episode of Archer. I have not ever.
But you're wasting all your time with like Letterkenny.
No, I don't.
That's a
we don't watch
lie.
and we're not wasting our time. Letterkenny is amazing. Stop being a damn hater. I don't know. I just never. I'm not into like cartoony type shows to start. And I'm not. I know it's amazing. I'm not hating
I
on
feel like
it.
that's a typical girl answer though. Like a lot of girls just like.
I don't know.
And not all girls. I know there's a lot of girls out there like anime and all that shit. Not saying
Sure.
Just typically I hear like, oh, I just can't get into the cartoony type stuff, and it's like, okay, well, if they had the same content and it was a bunch of actors and actresses, like it'd be a completely different story. Like you're just basing it on the fact that you are seeing a cartoon and don't get into it. Like
No, it's honestly, it's not even
I watch
that.
it for the
like,
content. I just think it's funnier than shit how much
I
of an
think-
I
asshole
feel
he is.
like it's
I
more
just
of a guy
resonate
show.
with him because
I
Yeah,
think it's just
the-
more of a guy show. That's
The
It's the
humor
the
is
the
clicks,
humor.
the
Yeah.
quick, witty, I'm an asshole type, you know, and I kind of
Right.
resonate with that because I don't know. I mean, I'm not a
'Cause you
complete
guys
asshole.
are.
When it comes down to it, like I have a big heart, but like in a social sense, I'm kind of the witty asshole, always making
Yeah.
fucking jokes but I take it as good as I get it, you know. Like I can take a fucking joke. I'm not one that's like I hate those people that like will make jokes and jokes and jokes about people, and then as soon as someone makes one back, it's like they're offended. It's like, are you fucking kidding
Right.
me? Like if you're gonna
Like,
dish
you
it out,
can't.
you
You
better
can
be
dish
able
it
to take
out.
it, pussy.
Yeah.
Like, that shit
Exactly.
pisses me off because I like to joke around, and I like to be joked around. I usually try to, when somebody jokes about me or makes a joke about me, like I'll flip it around if I can, and if I can, I'll be like, "Fuck, you got me, good one," you know. Like I take it with a
Right.
grain of salt and I laugh about it. That's what it is. It's a joke. Usually, I'm more worried if people aren't joking with me, because then I'm like, "Well, fuck, I think these people hate me," you know.
That
Why
don't
is
like
everybody so
me.
serious?
Yeah.
God.
But if they're joking with me or joking at me, even like, okay, well, we've come to a common social ground, you know, standpoint where we can actually converse with each other, and if this is how we do it, this is how we do it, you know. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I find humor in a lot of things, and then I have that switch to where I know when I need to be serious, and it's like, okay, we're not fucking around.
See, my sense of humor, I don't know. I think that's part of the reason why I don't watch a lot of comedy shows. It's not that I don't like to laugh. I just think, I don't know, I see it as a lot of just unnecessary bullshit. Like, it takes a lot to make me laugh, I guess.
Yeah.
So a lot of people
Well-
think I'm just too serious, and that's not true. Like, there's some shit that really makes me like laugh.
See,
But-
and I find that more and more with
I don't know.
shows nowadays. Like, I get more humor reaction out of like a conversation, like us conversating about something versus watching a show, because I'm not invested in a lot of shows. Like, I've got a busy lifestyle, and you know, I like to take time out to spend with family, or you know, doing my job.
Right.
I like to do my job, believe it or not.
Comedy sucks nowadays.
But-
so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Along
I
with
just,
rap,
I don't
but
feel
okay.
invested anymore. You know, like when you're younger, it's like you can watch something and you know, like you take it for what it is. But me, it's just like that's dry now, and I'm just like over it. I mean, there's a few
Yeah.
bits that I've seen here and there that I'll listen to and I'll fucking die. Like Bert Kreischer, whatever I probably butchered his last name.
Yeah.
That motherfucker. Oh my god, that bear story. I don't know if you've seen the bear story, but fuck me
Mm-mm.
sideways. I was crying in tears. Oh my
I'll
god.
have to go look it up. I
If
have
you
not.
haven't seen
Oh.
it, you are absolutely wrong. Holy
He's
shit,
got-
you will fucking piss your pants with laughter. Toxic. I swear to god.
Okay.
That was probably the
He's-
funniest. That and The Machine. The Machine was
Yeah, the
hilarious,
machine.
but the bear one, The bear one had me
Oh.
dying. I don't think I have. I was crying for like 20 minutes because I couldn't
That's
stop
not like
fucking
you.
laughing.
I mean, you laugh,
I
but
swear
not
to
like
God,
that.
it was like a fucking. I was like a. I don't even know how to explain it, but I literally was fucking just tears down my face crying. And I'm gonna find.
See, it's been a long time since I
I'm not
laughed
gonna
like
play
that.
it, but I'm
I
gonna
would like to
find
laugh
it
like
and
that.
I'm gonna send it to you
Yeah, send it to me. I
because
want to see it.
holy
Yeah.
shit, Bert Kreischer,
Yeah.
Kreischer.
Yeah, something like that. He's fucking hilarious.
Huh.
Oh my god, I literally was fucking dead, like absolutely fucking dead. Okay, sorry. Stupid fucking ads.
Okay, well, since we're talking about things like that, what have you been watching? I know you don't have a lot of free time. I know you
What have I
have
been
some.
watching?
What have you been watching?
Mainly
anything
whatever the wife
Netflix
puts
or-
on.
Well, obviously, but
Our go-to
what have you guys
for
been up to?
like bedtime, which actually is kind of funny, and it's because he lost his shit with the 2.5 Men way back when. But I don't know if you guys have seen Charlie Sheen's show. I don't even know if it's still active. It's just on. I think it's on Prime Videos, which she has it on.
Right.
But it's
Okay.
the one where he's
Anger management?
Anger management.
Anger
I don't know
management?
if that's
Okay.
still currently going on or not, but
No,
it's kind of the
no,
go-to where we've just been kind of
I
watching
think it's
it
an
at night.
older show that they're just playing, yeah.
But
I haven't seen it though. Okay, cool.
let me make sure this
And
is...
the bear goes from
Yeah, okay. So this is it. I'm gonna send you the link. Sorry,
Okay.
this is in the podcast, very unprofessional, but
Yeah.
I had to make sure it was the right one before I go sending toxic some fucking shit.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Well, I just had
Okay,
to make
so
sure it's on
that's
YouTube
what you guys
and
have been
not Pornhub.
watching? Any movies or any other TV
Um,
shows or?
Oh, did you guys ever watch the new Mortal Kombat?
No.
No, I haven't got
okay,
to see it. Is it on
so-
HBO yet?
It was on HBO. I don't know if it's still there because
I wonder if I missed
I
it.
literally subscribed to HBO Max because I wanted to watch it because
Yeah, I
okay,
have it.
a little bit of a look onto me. I am a huge Mortal Kombat nerd. Like I grew
I
up
know
playing
you
it on
are.
the Sega. Loved Mortal Kombat. I've always played Mortal Kombat. You know, it's kind of my go-to on board game. Like I'll play Mortal Kombat X or the new 11 or whatever it is, and I'll have fun with it. I like the Mortal Kombats. I think it's fun as shit to beat the shit out of other fucking characters. But I was actually quite impressed with the new one. Wasn't exactly what I was
Was it good?
expecting, but it was pretty good. I mean, they kind of went away from like looking at it as the group of people like the normal Mortal Kombats do, where it's like Johnny Cage, Jax, and all them. But they kind of went into like it was Sonya Blade, Jax, Kano was funnier than shit. Holy hell!
Huh.
Like
It was a lot of
good.
CGI
It
or
was
no?
good. Oh yeah, but it was like believable CGI. It wasn't like, oh my god, that looks.
That's
so
what I
fucking
meant. Was
fake.
it like
it
over the
was
top
really-
and
it
you're
was
just like,
really good.
wow?
No, it was really good. And other side note, my favorite Mortal Kombat character is Scorpion, and he wasn't necessarily in the beginning the beast that, like in the beginning, you're like, oh, that sucks. That's my favorite character, and he just got his shit rocked. I mean, he fights really well, but then he comes back later on. I won't ruin it for you, but it's just like, fuck yeah, I was like, hell yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Nice.
I liked it. I watched it like 2 or 3 times. I mean, it wasn't mind blowing. Like, oh my god, I have to buy this on every platform and do all that stuff. But I was definitely happy with what I saw.
Right. Well, I would ask you, Twitchell, but I kind of know what you've been watching, but not everybody does. So what have you been up to? What have you been good?
Pornhub.
Well, besides Pornhub.
Just random shit.
On
Well,
YouTube.
elaborate a little.
Dude, I watch everything from
He
fucking
does. He really does.
people getting bit by snakes to
Oh, have you ever
Fucking
watched Coyote
cars.
Peterson?
yeah. Yeah,
Talk
his
about a crazy fuck. Okay, hold on.
Is that the
It's
guy
just-
that gets bit on purpose by stuff and stuff?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. He like goes through the pain index
Right.
and gives his personal
Yeah.
opinion on it. But it's like,
I know who you're talking about.
fuck off. Like, nope, sorry.
Yeah, I want to live. I'm sorry.
So-
and plus, I don't want to feel pain.
I
Like,
also
no,
just
I'm
saw
good.
something that
Mhm.
I wanted to bring up if you guys, in just kind of another segue. I know we were talking about TV shows and stuff, but How many simulators? What like when is enough enough? Like I just saw literally on Steam, lawn mowing simulator.
Lawn mowing?
Swear to God, they have lawn mowing simulator. They have pressure
Because I
washer
want to just
simulator.
mow lawns for hours.
Well, they have
That's,
pressure
you know.
washing simulator. So when's it gonna end?
What
When are we gonna come out with like prostitute simulator? Like you know, like garbage
Well,
man
PBR,
simulator. Like
I would
but
imagine.
you know what the thing is they're making them because people play them. And you know, I've played a few simulators, like the farming simulators. I've had I've put some hours into those and played those and had a good time with them. They're not horrible games. I tried
I have a
did the
few.
house rebuilding simulator one or whatever.
Yeah, you didn't play that for very long. I
But
still
I
play
played
that.
I
They
played
have a
for
garden
like
DLC
a
for
couple
it now.
hours and I was just like, you know, okay, I get it.
House
but
flipper.
it could work. Yeah,
It's pretty
I could
alright.
use some more work before I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
But no, I saw pressure washing simulator the other day, and now I'm seeing lawn mowing simulator. Like,
Well, Twitchell and I have played a few. We have car mechanic simulator, which we have
I
played.
saw that one, but I just
Mhm,
okay.
That one's alright.
Most people dread mowing their lawn. Like every now and then, I like actually I do enjoy going out and mowing the yard when it's not 104 degrees out. But I don't know.
Right.
It's just kind of you throw some music in your ears and you fucking fire the lawnmower up and you just forget about shit. And it's not like it's a hard task.
No.
But are people really like that into lawn mowing that they're like, oh, I'm gonna get
No,
the new
I'll tell you
the
what
new
it
Cat
is.
420
People are not that
fucking
into life
PIT.
and work. That's what it
true.
is.
It's the escape from reality. Like when you have to do it in real life, it sucks. But if you can sit in your chair and fucking in an AC and mow your yard, I guess.
And mow your
Whatever.
yard, then it's different. And you get that fancy new ride on, and you know what I mean? I mean,
Well, and there's
I
that
don't
certain
know.
aspect of getting money for doing what you're doing. I'm guessing, and getting the new upgraded lawnmower. But
yeah, that's what
I'm just
getting
looking
yeah.
at the like.
There's Tank Simulator, which I was gonna try out. I
Well,
haven't done that one
yeah.
yet.
No, I know there's damn near a simulator for everything. Like,
There is.
but it just cracks
I
me
could
up.
not get into the farming one though. The original farming simulator, you know, the one that's got like 20 of them out there right now.
Oh, I was.
You know, I
I got
couldn't.
into 19 and then actually 17 was the first one I really played, and then I got 19 and played it for a little while, and it was just fun. But
I tried to play that when it was free on the Games Pass, and I was like, you know, I'm really fucking bored. Nobody's around. I'll try this game out because I like those simulator games.
when they
I
have
really
a
do. I
multiplayer
love
aspect
simulator
to it,
games.
it'd be kind of cool to do the multiplayer portion of it.
Maybe,
But,
maybe multiplayer would make it.
but there's other games out there that it's just like I don't know. There's
Have you
I
played
found
2 Point
myself-
Hospital?
no, I don't. No, I'm
Dude,
not a
they
fan
have
of
Sonic the
hospitals.
Hedgehog on there now. I haven't gone to look at it yet, but 2 Point Hospital is fun. I actually like that game a whole lot. A lot of quests on there to do things. It's hard. It's not an easy game. Pretty fun though. Just check it out.
Maybe I will.
I don't know if it's a U game though. No. If I have the patience, let's just say, for that type of game. I don't know.
Tropical
Check it out and see what you think.
Depression Fred.
What?
I was just looking at news, and AccuWeather is reporting 2 hours ago. Their top story is Tropical Depression Fred could make comeback prior to striking U.S.
Huh.
So instead of Hurricane Fred, we've got Depressed Fred.
Yeah,
Ever
Twitch, you
notice how
die
all
over
the
there?
like?
Put some input here.
Ever notice how all the hardcore hurricanes are always female, and then they come out with a guy name and it's Fred. Depression Fred.
Hurricane Fred.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah. Twitch, your fucking mouse in the corner.
I know.
Hey.
I'm like, hey, you alive over there?
I'm just here for a good time.
Okay, so let's bring it back
said that
around real
last
quick
time.
to finish this up. What everybody was watching. So you've been watching YouTube stuff.
Yeah,
No
what have
TV
you been
shows?
watching? I feel like what you really want to ask is what have you been watching?
What have I been watching? No, I was just asking for something to talk about. What have I been watching? Oh, God, I watch a lot of stuff, but I just binge watched all seasons of Walking Dead because the new and last season's coming out, and the movie should be coming out.
They're still
And then I
making
start-
seasons of that?
There's one more season. Season 11 is coming out this fall, I believe. and then they're making a movie about what happened to Rick Grimes, like where did he go?
You
And
know,
no spoilers, but he's left the show for family reasons in real life. He wanted more time with his family, whatever. And he's gone now in the show, and he's been gone for this whole last season.
I
And
lost
yeah,
I lost
So
faith
excited.
in the show when they took one of my favorite like badasses of all time and
Who, Glenn?
no, Norman Reedus, and
Oh,
turned him into a little pussy whip bitch by keeping him in the cage. I was like, fuck that. I'm like,
oh, the
and the
whole
thing of
Negan
it
thing.
is it's like, yeah, I know it could happen to anybody, but the way they catch him and all this shit, it's just like this dude. Like, I don't know. I grew up watching him Boondock Saints, where he literally was just.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, they were kind of psychotic badasses, and it was like a huge luck thing played into their favor in that.
I forgot
show.
he was in that. Yeah.
But I
Boondock
don't know.
Saints is
he
great.
was just a badass in my eyes, and then like you see him in Walking Dead, and you watch all these seasons, kind of the quiet, shy, fucking don't fuck with me guy, and he's kind of a badass. And then I got to that season, like, I don't know, it just kind of ruined it for me. And not
Yeah.
even that, but it was just kind of the same shit regurgitated. Oh, who's gonna die
Well,
next?
From what I've been reading about it recently, because I was trying to find out what's coming out, what to expect next, are they canceling it? Is there anything more afterwards? They are making a Daryl and Carol spin-off show that's supposed to be coming out. Carol is my favorite badass on there. I mean, I like a lot of characters on there, don't get me wrong, but I freaking love me some Carol. But yeah,
She
they're
was
gonna.
great when she made that little girl stab her fucking sister, or she shot the girl for stabbing her sister.
Hey, that little girl was messed the fuck up, man.
She was,
needed.
but she didn't need to be fucking put down like a rabid dog in the backyard.
What were you
She
gonna do
needed
with
help.
her? They couldn't trust her.
They lived in a prison. Lock her ass up. Like, give
No.
her some help. You know?
I don't know. I
Like,
don't know.
and
I
don't mean,
think
like,
they
lock
were
her up
worried
and-
that she was
and
going to kill
confine
Judith.
her. Well, okay, but they literally lived in a prison. Don't lock her up and confine her to food and water by any means, but like lock her up and like, I don't know, do what you do with a little kid. Be like, what the, through time,
Yeah.
like figure out what's going on. Like that's not right. Like like don't break the kid, but don't put him down like a fucking wounded horse in your backyard.
Well, she killed her sister. Like, I mean,
She was fucked up. Wouldn't you be fucked up as a fucking, I don't know, 12, 13-year-old going through
I
the
don't
zombie
know.
apocalypse?
Carl
Like,
wasn't. He
literally.
fucking turned into a badass.
Okay, well, Carl was a bitch. Anyway,
Well, he was a bitch. What do you mean?
Carl is a
He
bitch.
lost an eye. He fucking had been shot. He defended his family since he was like 6 years old. Like, how is he not a badass? Anyways, what I'm trying to tell you is, okay, we're not
I
gonna
just
debate
couldn't
who's
get over
badass.
the scene where she literally like, I'm sorry. Fuck that.
She
There's
said, "Look
other-
at the." What did she say? Look at the lilies. Look at the flowers. She
Yeah.
said, "Just look at the flowers."
While I fucking literally execute you
No,
my
I
God.
hear what you're saying, and I
for
know why they
being
did it.
messed up beyond your own accord. Like
But she was a liability, though. That was the thing.
liability. She's 13.
Well, 13-year-old who's gonna either kill you or get you killed. So
Goodness.
they don't have psychologists. They didn't have
I am
medicines
glad
to
I'm
give her
not
to
your
help her
child.
mental. Like, what were you supposed to do with her?
Oh,
She straight up started
Toxic's
killing
like,
people.
Well, you got suspended from school. You're a liability. Come out into the
Oh
road. Come out into the road.
Hey, when you're in a post-apocalyptic world and it's life or death, you can't be carrying the weak ones, okay? They gotta go.
I'm just saying they lived in a fucking prison. There's other ways.
But they didn't, because then it got like raided and shit, and they had to leave. So then they were
I
out in the
didn't know that
wild,
at
and
the
the little
time that
girl.
she put her down like a fucking
Well,
dog.
I'm just saying, she had to go. She had to go. She was threatening Judith. There was no way.
Oh
and
my
and I don't know.
God.
I know the whole show's based on the principle of like, we're a community. We need to do this together. Well, she didn't exactly ask for fucking anybody else's opinion on it.
Well, seeing that was the whole debate was, Carol kind of goes rogue sometimes, but that's why I love her.
She's the wild card. She's the one that needs to be put down like a dog.
Okay, so
Well-
let me say this real quick, and then I'll tell you who my other person that I actually enjoyed the character. But they switched showrunners a couple times during the seasons. Okay, now it's the Kang lady who's doing the final seasons and whatever. But that's the reason that the show took such a turn a couple times in the tone of the show, and why you're just like, what the fuck's going on with these characters, is because they were kind of trying to find direction because they kept losing their showrunners. They kept leaving for, you know, differences in opinion or whatever. But
wasn't the whole thing based on on comics?
it is, but actually, speaking of Daryl and Merle, they were not actually part of the comic, from what I'm understanding. They were just kind of put in by the TV, directors and
They're like,
whatnot.
Norman Reedus wants to do this. Make him a character.
Yeah.
Dude, Norman
How do you-
Reedus is such
How
a
do you
badass.
sell
though.
a stupid show?
I
that
like
Norman
him a lot.
Reedus?
Did you guys ever hear how he got into Hollywood?
No.
He was living in Brazil, and I want to say he was making surfboards or something in Brazil, and somebody offered him a job or offered him to come live out in like Hollywood or on the coast. I don't know. It wasn't Long Beach. It was somewhere down there. I can't remember what he said. Not Costa Mesa. I don't know. Somewhere down there. And he got a mechanic job down there. And then a friend of his was like, "Yo, there's this play, and you should come do this." And he's like, fuck it, I'm just doing mechanics. Okay, I'll go do this. And he went and he started out doing this play, and then he got approached for Walking Dead. But he was in fucking Brazil making surfboards. A badass. It's just
Wait, so
freaking
this
Daryl
was before Walking Dead or before
Yeah.
his acting career?
before his acting career.
Okay,
was just
so
Kind of
didn't get approached in Brazil to do the Walking Dead.
no, he got approached in Hollywood, but
Yeah,
he was just a
gonna
mechanic.
Say, like,
yeah, it's kind of crazy, right?
Huh.
But yeah, they're making a movie about what happens at the end of season 10. What happens to Rick Grimes. It's not going to just be a TV movie. It's supposed to be in the theaters, and it's going to be about the CRM and where they take him and what's happening. And then I'm also been watching Walking Dead World Beyond, which is another spin-off, and it revolves more around the CRM. Different people, completely different area than Rick Grimes in them. So it's kind of interesting. I tried watching Fear the Walking Dead. I've been pushing through it. It's just different. I don't know. Both of them are just different than The Walking Dead. So
I don't know. I watched quite a few seasons, probably up until they made Norman Reedus be a fucking.
well, see, I stopped watching originally around season 3, maybe. And for the longest time, I was just like, no, I'm not watching it. Because if anybody knows me, I hate fucking commercials. I do not watch live TV. I don't watch regular TV. I wait for that shit to come out on some kind of streaming service because I won't sit through commercials. Hate it. If I can pay to not have commercials, I will do it in a heartbeat. So I waited to watch The Walking Dead. And even though I was a super duper fan, I was just like, nah, I can't get on that train until it's already like out. And so finally I was like, you know what? I heard season 11's coming out, and I'm like, dude, I gotta catch up. So I spent like the last 2 weeks or so just been watching all of the seasons. So that's what I've been doing.
I never could do The Walking Dead. Never could.
Oh, I love it. I'm so like, yeah, I was just telling the kid, I was like, you want to get me something for Christmas? I want all seasons of Walking Dead, but wait until season 11 comes out because I want them all in a collection.
Aren't you watching it all?
Yeah, but I want to own them. That's part of being a fan. I want to own them. Part of my collection.
Well, okay then.
But anyways, that's what I've been up to. I mean, there's been other shows I've been watching, but that's my I've been doing.
Well, I think on that note, we have definitely pushed well over the hour genre.
We have.
But anybody who may find this, start, listening in, we will be doing. The plan is for Mondays, so we're gonna try to stick to that. Things got a little messed up this Monday, so we ended up pushing it a couple days. Plan on trying to do on Mondays. I'm gonna start looking into putting these onto another streaming service such as Spotify, just putting the audio files on. But that'll be not super concerned with doing that right away. But I like the Spotify idea because it gives more versatility. Like if people do end up deciding they like the podcast, like Spotify, you can watch the pod or listen to the podcast on Spotify. I can't even talk. Listen to this podcast on Spotify and actually do other things as to where, you know, like if you're trying to listen to it on YouTube and you get a text message, it closes it out, shuts it down, you know. That's where Spotify will leave it running, so I don't know.
Yep.
But that'll be coming up in the future. For now, you know, we're just kind of getting a start into this. I feel like we'll get more comfortable with it as we go. Twitch might actually say more than 14 words an hour.
The whole
Hey.
time.
But you know, it's a new thing for us, and it's definitely going to be a learning curve, and we're gonna. I do feel like we could at least provide some entertainment, but we'll see. And I do plan on putting all of our, well, at least me and yours, Toxic, because Twitch doesn't have anything. But, you know, our streaming
Info.
stuff into the info into the descriptions and stuff, so you guys can go check us out on stream stuff. And on streams, I think out of the crew here, I stream the most. Well, actually, I know I do.
No, you
But,
do.
I will definitely.
I gotta be
trying
dragged
to
into it.
Be
but-
more. Lately, I've been kind of like really busy, and I'm trying to get this podcast launched off. But as it goes on, I will be trying to be more regular, get an actual schedule going for streaming. So with that being said, we are gonna call it a night, and we will be throwing another one up on Monday.
Don't forget, guys, if you like our content in any way, shape, or form, if it's made you laugh, give you something to do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button. That'll help us out immensely here on YouTube.
Yep.
And if you have any questions for us, feel free to ask us in the comments. We will talk about just about anything. So if you have anything you want to say to us or any questions you want to ask, feel free to do so.
Sounds good. Twitch, anything you want to say other than just living my life?
Just like
Keep it real.
Keep it real.
Wow. We're gonna get you drunk on a podcast. Actually, I think that
Oh,
that was another
shit.
thing. I was also thinking about doing a podcast.
I'll do a
one of these
tipsy
nights.
podcast.
Well,
I'm not
it's
doing
okay.
a drunk ass
Not
podcast.
hammered, blacked out, where it's like 4 hours later, and it's like, oh god, it's still running. But you
Get
know,
roofied.
get a nice get Bill Cosby.
Oh,
Get
goodness.
a good tipsy drunk podcast in, because I think we'll actually get more interaction on Twitch. Maybe he'll loosen up a little bit.
Maybe.
Alrighty.
Maybe.
Well, to anybody who does listen, thank you. We appreciate it, and
We do.
Hopefully you enjoy, and we'll enjoy more to come, because we're just starting, and hopefully we can continue providing some form of entertainment.
Stay safe, everyone, and next time.
Later.
Later, people.